So today's vibes are very cool. We're heading to Braamfontein, which is basically hipster paradise in Johannesburg. And we're going to the hippest kind of sneaker stores, bakeries. We're going to an art gallery, the Wits Art Gallery. It's going to be an exciting day.
Yeah, I'm truly and honestly excited. I love art. I'm a coffee lover as well. And Braamfontein is such a great, relaxed vibe, and you can wander around and not feel like you're out of place.
I love what's happened in Braamfontein in the last 10 years because it almost feels like you're walking around in Soho or in New York. That apartment in Braamfontein, you see on the right-hand side of the bridge there?
Yeah.
With the little kind of bumps on top. That is Adam Levy's apartment, and that is possibly the nicest apartment in Johannesburg. It's the entire 2 top floors. See, it's double volume on the top left.
Oh,
and then that
there.
building is where Neighbor Goods is, and the top of that building is a new bar, which is apparently beautiful. But we're not going there now, we're going for coffee first. I'm actually very optimistic about the future of Johannesburg CBD because if you look at Braamfontein, this has all happened in the past 10 years. And I've got a real feeling that in 10 years' time, the whole of Johannesburg is going to be like New York City. And if you think about it, I mean, everywhere there's creatives. We've got advertising agencies, we've got artists living here, cool stores. Around the corner, Richard Branson has his Center for Entrepreneurship. And if there's all these creatives, what do they want to do in the morning?
Have coffee.
They want to have coffee. They want to come to coffee breaks for lunchtime.
Absolutely. So where we're going today is actually called Double Shot, and it's a really special place. It's one of Braam's gems, and they offer authentic and artisanal coffee and tea, and I'm really keen to try it out. Are you?
Do they roast their own beans?
Apparently so, actually. How did you know?
Cool, we'll get you to work.
Hi, my name's Elaine, Dahlias Rosa, a bit of a tricky surname. I'm one of the partners in Double Shot, along with Alex Kay and Ori Cohen, and we made caffeine. What makes our coffee unique is a few things. Firstly, we source interesting beans. We don't try to roast for everybody. We try to find things that are exotic or interesting that I'll have a passion about. And if I'm passionate about it, I can communicate that passion across to other people, and hopefully they enjoy it as much as I do.
Sleepy or awake? Have you ever noticed that wherever there's hipsters, there's like cool, funky coffee shops?
No, but I have noticed that wherever there's coffee shops, there's like cute little food. So I'm wondering, are we having...
Stop thinking about food.
Are we having breakfast or not?
The reason we opened up in Braamfontein was, firstly, we saw a need for a third wave coffee option within the inner city. And we wanted to be part of a rejuvenation of the city, something a bit of an upliftment instead of the constant negativity we see around. We wanted to be something positive.
It's a New York vibe here, though. But what I want to do is find the owner, and I'm going to roast you a cup of
Just
coffee.
chocolate splash me! Hey, chocolate splash me!
By the way, I don't drink real coffee. I drink mochas, which is like hot chocolate.
Fine. For that, go and talk to the chef or the coffee grinder.
So I'm here with Elaine, who's the owner of Double Shot in Braamfontein, and we're about to start roasting some coffee. But this is a very old-looking machine. How old is this?
She's decrepit. She's nearly 100 years old, according to the best of our knowledge. We're not 100% sure. It's a classic make.
Where did you find it?
I was very, very lucky. I met a guy who was a coffee lunatic, and he told me about his supplier who happened to want to get out of coffee, and then he put this inside his garage for about a good 5 years.
This machine is 100 years old, yet it's connected to a computer.
And you can see how badly it's connected to the computer with a little bits of sticky tape and that talks about my ineptitude with technology. Basically what we've done is we've put in some probes. It's not controlled by the computer. This is more about monitoring it. And what it allows us to do is it allows us to get very accurate temperature readings. And we then have a logging software, and we're able to track parts of the roast, make manipulations to it. Each manipulation has an impact on the flavor profile. It has an impact on whether we're able to replicate the roasts precisely or not. So what we do is we do a heating and cooling cycle, and what that does is it just starts stretching and cooling and heating up the components of the drum. and that's going to be our radiant heat.
Then the coffee beans go in.
Yeah, the approach to the bean comes from understanding the character traits of the bean first. So, is it a dense bean? Is it a large bean? Has it got a lot of moisture? The denser the bean is, basically, the more punishment it can take.
So we've spoken to quite a few hipsters in the streets here, and they say that this is the best coffee you can get in Braamfontein.
The vibe is awesome, great coffee. Also got a good vibe with everybody walking around here. So I live down the road, and this morning I needed some good caffeine and decided to pull in here and just get my usual fix. And obviously Ori and the guys here, it's good to walk in and just be welcomed. You know, they recognise you, and it's a good time, man. You gotta come check it out.
I just live up the street, and it's nothing like walking down, just coming to get your great cappuccino, always the best extraction, and all foam. The foam's always the best. It's just great.
So this is my second double shot coffee within an hour. I'm going to be completely wired after this. But what I love about Double Shot is that the owner is completely obsessive about coffee. I mean, coffee is his be-all and his end-all.
Just being here and sitting here, I literally feel the vibe of Braamfontein, like the kind of people who come in here. And every single person we've chatted to said to us, you know, they love the coffee here. They literally will walk from their apartment just because the coffee is that good. But I want to get more of, I don't know, a bit of a historic feel of the place. So we've decided to go to the Wits Art Museum, and I'm really, really passionate about art. I know it sounds like I'm lying, but I actually am.
My daddy's an artist, and there's actually there's the Kalashnikov Gallery here, which is very controversial, but a great gallery. There's the Stevenson Gallery, but probably the top art gallery in the country is the Wits Art Museum.
And what's so great about the Wits Art Museum is that it doesn't only have South African art, it actually has art from the entire African continent. So we'll really get a feel and a footprint of Africa in its entirety. Shall we?
Check it out. We'll walk and talk.
Whoa, I'm all coffeeed out. You?
2 double shots.
Shaking.
Okay, I'm ready for a cultural experience.
Me too. Let's explore.
The Guggenheim of South Africa, the Wits Art Museum. Should we take the car or should we walk?
Let's walk.
Walk. As much as Braamfontein is gentrified, the moment you step like 2 blocks up or down, it's a very different city.
You know what I think it is? I think they're only developing it bit by bit. So they're clearly not done yet.
It's starting here and it's just growing.
Good in you, darling.
So my name is Janez and I'm the marketing coordinator here at the Wits Art Museum. So I deal with all the social media and any other information that we relate to the public. This museum was opened in 2012 and we opened this museum because the public needed a platform or a beautiful space where our African art collection can be displayed. And when this museum was opened, it was the university's way of opening up a kind of public face of not only the university, but of the gallery and the African art collection.
So this specific collection, it looks like objects.
Yes, so we call them artworks, artifacts, and objects because we want to keep the labeling a bit more open. And each object that was chosen here is selected by a staff member here at the Wits Art Museum, and they bring in their personal narratives to these objects. These objects are all from our classical art collection, so they're made by Africans for kind of Africans.
What did you choose?
I chose these 3 objects that are right here in front of us. So the middle object over there is a Ndebele necklace, which is very beautiful. And these 2 over here are bangles from Burundi. And the interesting story about them is that soldiers wore them to defend themselves while they were fighting. And the 3rd one over there is also another bangle that is used as an accessory. So I'm very interested in what people adorn themselves to kind of show their identity. The second exhibition, which is upstairs and in the mezzanine gallery, is called Walter Battis, I Invented Myself, the Jack Ginsberg collection, and that is one of our biggest exhibitions that we've had this year. Walter Battis is a South African artist who passed away a few years ago, and he was a very radical artist who used his art to kind of rebel against the system, against the apartheid system, and you can see it through his art and through the content that he produces from his art. So he doesn't just deal with one or make one kind of artwork. He's a painter, he draws, he does a bit of rock painting as well. So he's a kind of multifaceted South African artist.
Okay, so this is the famous Walter Battis, one of South Africa's most famous artists,
Yes.
and probably most popular for his abstract work.
Yes, but he's more than just about abstract work. He's a multimedia artist, so he does paintings, printmaking, drawings, all kinds of things. So he doesn't define himself into just one
A
category.
bit like Picasso.
Yes, Picasso is quite a famous artist, as we all know, and he's actually had quite a great interaction with Battis himself. When he went overseas, Battis, he met Picasso, and because Picasso is so interested in rock painting and African art, he was very interested in Battis and what Battis was doing, and he decided to give Battis a souvenir about the conversations that they've been having about rock art, and this is the piece that came out of it.
So is art a guaranteed investment, and does it continue to appreciate in value? Because I've found, in the history of art that I've studied, that most artists only make so much money and become so valuable once they're dead.
Yes, that is very true. Art definitely appreciates. So whoever that's buying art is putting an investment into an object. And the funny thing is that most artists pass away before, like you said, before that value comes to fruition. And Walter Battis is an example of that. Most of his life he was a struggling teacher, not earning very much. And look at him today. His artwork is probably one of the most valuable we have in South Africa.
Insane.
So this is the Fook Island that we're in right now, and this is a whole world, a free world that he created for himself and for the people around him. And he created a whole currency, he created passports and a whole language called the Fook language, in which anybody that was in this vicinity spoke Fook and exchanged in Fook money and all of that.
So he had his own Fook Island,
Yes,
which
a
was
whole-
a fake island.
Yes,
He
it was an
created his own
imagined
world.
It was an imagined island, but he tried to make it as concrete as possible with the coins and with passports and with the language itself as well.
Anti-system, anti-establishment,
Yes.
anti-apartheid.
Especially coming out of apartheid systems, he was rebelling against apartheid. Around Braamfontein into Newtown and Maboneng area, there's quite a big booming number of artists who are living here, who are renting. Because it's close location, you can kind of walk between the spaces. They do decide to live in the area and also immerse themselves in the kind of cultural space that is Braamfontein and the kind of Newtown and Maboneng arc.
I'm all arted out. The Walter Battis collection that's in there is owned by a guy called Jack Ginsberg. And when he passes away, he's going to give that entire collection to the museum because he loves what they've done.
Oh, only when he passes away.
But he loves what he's done with the community and the way that students can go in there. It's beautiful, actually, if you think about it.
I'm going to take you to a bakery. It's called Black Forest Bakery. Now, this bakery's been around for 18 years. It used to be at a different location before, but it's really, really popular for their rye bread. So popular that they stock over 200 hotels and wholesalers just for their rye bread alone. I'm pretty sure you're not going to have rye, though.
I'm hungry and you're taking me to a bakery and I'm going to eat carbs. I need to taste that because it looks delicious. According to the blogging websites and stuff, this is the bakery in Johannesburg. You can see, if you look through the back, it's huge.
Hi, my name is Maika. I'm the owner of Black Forest Bakery. The business itself started off as a small coffee shop in Loveday Street in town in 1935. Many people underestimate what we do. We do cakes, but our speciality is the rye bread. We deliver to over 200 customers, high-profile hotels, canteens, restaurants, to the coffee shops, delis, butcheries. We do lots of different varieties, different sizes for the customer, for their purpose. We do purpose-made goods as well. You know what they want, we try to make. The Danish are very popular, the morning goods, the croissants. Then we make lots of continental cakes as well, from the apple strudel that you know, the Black Forest cakes, crumbles, apple crumbles, obviously also the South African, the milk tarts. We try to combine the continental with the European or the German baking.
The sour is inside the bucket, which ferments over 7 days, and we repeat it all the time.
What is sour?
It's fermented dough.
So I'm keen to know, the reason you guys are so popular at rye bread, is it because the market was demanding for it, or is it because people are becoming more health conscious?
People are becoming health conscious and there's a demand for it. And the product that we do, because it's a natural product, it's made from scratch, it's the best.
You can eat bread, guys, and not pick up weight. There's got to be rye. I also want to do something.
You want to do something?
Yeah.
My late husband started the rye bread with one loaf, one type of rye bread, which became very, very popular. And slowly but surely, we started making more and more types of rye bread.
So I just pick it up and put it on there.
No, you need to scale it. You need to cut it first, roll up your sleeves.
Hey.
Use both hands.
I'm using all the guns I have. Yeah, but I don't want to get messy. Oh, not too bad. 2.5, huh?
Yeah, 2.5.
We don't use premixes. That, I think, is a big secret. You should know how to make these breads from scratch, and it's an art.
All right, so clearly this is a lot of hard work. Can't we just do the quick TV version?
You can. They go into a table now like we're doing over there, and they're going to stand for about 45 minutes to an hour. And what happens is they rise in the basket. Once it's risen enough, it goes onto a tray, onto a mat. When they get turned around, the baskets get taken away, trays get put into the oven, gets pulled out, the bread falls onto the bed in the oven, it gets steamed for 10 seconds and baked for an hour. And then you'll have your finished product.
I hope you made that.
Of course I made it.
Hey?
We need some
Somehow I
help.
don't believe you.
I even bought you a little tester here to try my rye that I helped make.
Some good German rye bread.
Yeah.
Smells good. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and for the extra bread too.
Oh, good.
Really?
Oh, good. I like the fact that there's a proper, authentic German bakery in Braamfontein. And it looks like a small little shop, but it's huge inside. There's 3 stories.
It's humongous.
So you're telling me you made this?
I did. Well, I helped make it, and it's really not an easy process.
Is it all handmade, or they're just saying that?
It is. There's no premix involved. It's handmade. They have a step-by-step process, which takes forever. I mean, I just got involved in like molding it and putting it in the oven. I'm hungry.
Have some carbs, yeah.
No, let's go get proper food. This is for, they gave us the bread to take home to eat at home. Let's have a nice lunchy.
Hi, I'm Dahlia Vanites, and I'm the owner of Dahlias Eatery in Braamfontein. It was very, very hard to find this location because I was looking for something very specific. And when I came into Braamfontein, I saw the space and I really, really liked it. And I knew from that minute that it was the space that my restaurant would be. And I'm really, really happy I chose it. My passion for food comes from being Greek, I think. Grew up around food my whole life. And I just took to it. I was in the kitchen with my grandmother every day. And I just loved it. The sliders are 100% beef patties, made in our own barbecue sauce with an amazing mushroom sauce that goes on top of that with caramelized onions and fresh rolls that we get from the bakery every day.
Dahlias is famous throughout Johannesburg for their sliders, so obviously we at Biting About have tried or attempted to eat these sliders.
All right, here we go.
Burgers are sometimes a bit big and messy. These are petite. For me, it's better eating a lot of small little burgers. It's almost like tapas burgers.
Who knew that a bunless burger can make you full still?
I've been coming here now for about 4 years, and I just like the simplicity of the place. It is a very personal touch in terms of the people that have worked here. Quite frankly, it has free Wi-Fi, which is quite great. And the ribs are amazing. I've never found ribs like this anywhere.
I'll finish your burger and I'll finish your beer. Deal.
I love it, Chits. My favorite place in Braam. We literally here every day. And have great cake and great scones. And the pasta's amazing as well. It's usually quite quiet. People come here to work and stuff. And there's Wi-Fi.
I feel right at home here.
And I feel full.
Thank you. stuffed.
You can't finish that burger.
It's my third burger.
Oh, your third mini burger.
Show us how brave you are,
Okay,
Amanda.
I'll finish these if you drink those two.
I'll drink
Finish this,
both beers
and I'll eat these buns.
I'll finish both beers and I'll eat the
And eat
burger
these
and I'll
buns.
eat the buns if you finish that. She's still scared. Come on.
My vision for Johannesburg, my hope for Johannesburg is that more places in the city can become like Braamfontein, where everything gets cleaned up, everything becomes a place, a hub where all the cultures can mesh together.
Stuffed. You know, in Afrikaans they say maag vol, oogjes toe, which means after food you basically want to sleep.
Magisch or?
Maag vol, oogjes toe.
Oh, look, clothes.
Yeah, but we can't go to sleep yet because I have one last surprise for you, and it's going to feed your fetish. So I know that Amanda has an absolute sneaker obsession. Anatomy over here is one of the most exclusive sneaker stores in the country, and this is my gift to you.
You clearly don't know I'm a sneakerhead.
So let's go inside.
I've got a code, dude. You need a code. You can't just go in.
You need a code to get in here.
Yeah, bro.
Am I allowed in?
Yeah, sure.
So I don't have a code,
Welcome.
but I'm allowed in. Okay, cool.
You came in with her.
The whole concept of the name that we played around with, it was the anatomy of the body, and I mean what comes with the anatomy footwear. So it's really for people who, you know, premium line brands and people who want to cater to what they walk around, because I mean your shoes are a representation of yourself, of your anatomy. It's like your daily uniform. So yes, we created this, our creators and our directors, this little concept store, which was supposed to be just a small little thing, but it ended up being a really, really big thing that the masses really wanted, and we had to cater for everyone. We couldn't make it just a niche product line place, so we catered for everyone, and well, here we are. It's for everyone, but ideally we love it when someone comes in here and they have an appreciation for shoes, and they just are willing to listen and just hear anything out, and they're willing to open their mind and just buy anything that pleases them and aligns with what they believe in. So our target market ranges from students to rap stars and people who work in banks, and after hours on a Friday for casual Friday when they want to look good, they come here. A lot of retro stuff is coming back. As you can see, myself, I have Cortezes on. They're coming back. Prestos, I mean, Prestos, when they first released, they came through with no laces, and now they have laces. The Air Force One has just been changed. The leather silhouette and the concept is beautiful, but they've now made it a fly-knit technology, and it also works, so hey. Braamfontein is the new up-and-coming. It's like a new New York in Johannesburg. It's vibrant, active 24 hours a day. I can personally vouch for that myself. It's a creative and rich cultural hub for any and everyone. When people come here on a Saturday, whenever they get to be themselves. It's like a little island where people are just gonna be like, I'm gonna come there in my blue hair, in my yellow jacket, I'm going to be myself, and this place is true to that. We allow any and everyone that comes in here to just be themselves.
What an incredible day we've had spending it here in Braam, the New York City of Africa. We've had coffee, gone to an art gallery, a bakery, had amazing lunch.
It's been a whole hipster cultural experience, biting about, walking about, and finally shopping about.
I'm so happy.
Do I look like a hipster?
Rye bread with a little bit of hummus or cottage cheese and thinly smoked salmon.
That sounds good too, but I like the unhealthy option. Or just rye bread. Or just rye bread. Eat.